What is going on, guys? It's Breezyy here. Today we're back with some more Starmade. So, just a quick update. The Starmade server has been down since the last update. It got taken down and it hasn't been up since that new update came out. So I haven't. That's why I've been on other games lately, and I know I've been away from this, and I have. Although I've been enjoying the other games, I've kind of been missing the Starmade. So there were a few comments on my videos that said, let's do a bit of Starmade again, and I said, well, I said to myself, well, the server's out, so I might as well make some offline content, just because, you know, I want to play it and you guys want to watch some more of it. So today we're going to be doing a ship build on a single player world. I kind of knocked together a base down there actually, and I'll probably show you around that later. I did just quickly knock it together. So yeah, ship build, and then we'll probably talk about what we're going to do in our multiplayer when it comes back, and potentially just talk about if it doesn't come back. I know that's a worst case scenario, but if it doesn't, we've still got to have plan B, I guess, guys. That's all I'm saying. So I'm going to just start a speed build or something right now and just start getting into it. For the sake of making this ship, I think I will just put it into creative mode and just start doing a shell. I'm not really doing the survival stuff on this single player world, purely because I kind of don't want to put in too much effort for it, because we will hopefully, when the server comes back, be just sliding back onto the server, the Australian server, and then just basically resuming where we left off last time. So I'm going to switch this to creative mode, and we're going to just start building the shell of our ship right now. So I'm just going to just build, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. Alright guys, I think I'll take this time while you're watching my speed build to talk about some things that we kind of have to discuss in terms of our Starmade Let's Play. So, as I mentioned earlier, the server itself has been down for a couple of days now, so that's why I've been playing a lot of those other games, and well, I mean, it's been fun, but I enjoy playing the Starmade, being creative. Starmade and the Kerbal Space Program, I think those two are quite cool, so that's what I've been doing anyway. So I'm going to take this time to talk about what we might have to do if the server doesn't come back up. It is an unfortunate circumstance if the server doesn't come back up, because we've spent quite a few days worth of work together, you know, building that thing up. So it's a bit of a shame if we can't recover it. But if we can't, what we will have to discuss, and I want you guys to let me know what you think, is should we carry on with a single player world, or should we go in search of another multiplayer server that's as good? I personally am leaning towards the multiplayer side of it. Actually, I really like the idea of running a multiplayer server, having that extra element of other players to add into the mix, because they're kind of a wild card element, and that always makes it a little bit fun. So that's why I like leaning towards the multiplayer side of it. I'd like to hear what you guys think about that. Single player, sure, it's great, but you do miss out on that, you know, unpredictability that multiplayer has. So that's the plan if the server doesn't come back up within a couple of days soon. I'll probably give it about 3 more days. I feel like it's been about 3 days since it's been down, so 3 more days, and if it's not back up, I will start looking for other avenues that we can carry on our channel. So yeah, that's the plan at least. So either we look for a new server or we start a new single player. We wouldn't use this single player purely because I've already done stuff to it, and I'd like to start afresh with all of your input. So that's the plan there. Either look for a new server or start a new single player. I think that's what we'll do. So what else have I got to talk about? Some plans that I wrote up while I was doing some Kerbal Space Program stuff. What I wanted to do, if the old base is recoverable, which I hope it is, and I feel like it will be once they just update themselves, update the server client. I really like to add some more character to the docking area. The docking area, it looks cool and all, like the cargo part, but I'd like to have maybe a a port crane. If you've ever been to Wellington, sorry, it's New Zealand, so not many people will have, but in Wellington we have this nice crane. We actually have a couple of cranes. They're mainly used for unloading and loading cargo off big shipping containers, off big shipping boats, taking the containers off them and putting them in the port. Hurricanes, shipping container cranes, by the way. They're awesome. So I kind of want to Starmade-ify something like that. So put something that we can actually use to lift cargo up and down. Even if it doesn't work as an aesthetic, I reckon it would look awesome. You could just have this crane rolling back and forth on tracks, as if it was picking up cargo modules and moving them around and all that kind of good jazz. So I was thinking cargo cranes need to be put up there, almost an air traffic control tower needs to be put up, so you can like look at ships coming in and kind of designate them docking bays. I've looked at these new rail systems and they look pretty sweet, so I might start looking at putting those new rail systems in our docking area. Definitely we need to put it there just so it looks nicer when our ships come in. They can hook onto these docking areas and slide on in, and that should be great. So cranes, traffic control center. I was thinking of doing like little drone kind of like robot-y designs that can kind of pick up single cargo containers. That's kind of the, well, at least I'm imagining it. I don't actually know how I would do that, but that's something I would like to do. Put something in like that. So what else are we going to do in the survival if it comes back up? I'd like to fix up the pirate ship that we knocked out last week. So the pirate ship that we knocked out is pretty munted. It's got no front end. It's definitely missing some of its back, its body work, all that kind of good stuff. It's missing that stuff, guys. So we've really got to get in there and kind of fix it back up, and that should be good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find the original blueprints on the internet, and if someone knows what they look like and could show me, that'd be great. But I'm going to look for the original blueprints and kind of figure out how we're going to stick this thing back together, because we really want to restore it to a certain degree. If we can restore it and then add to it, that would be brilliant. That's kind of what I want to do, as I want to restore kind of what we've done. Restore the ship to a relatively nice state, even if it's straight to the stock state that it was in before we shot it down. And then from there, what we can do is we can look at it and go, okay, what can we add to make it better? So the likes of adding some more thrusters, adding a cloaking device might be awesome, all that kind of good jazz, all that stuff we need to have a shell before we add it in. Now, even when we build the shell, and I look at the shell and go, potentially there's not enough room for what I want to do, I might have to extend the shell. So that's a possibility. We could have the shell as its stock form, and then I look at it and go, yeah, this is good, but however, chucking a longer nose or adding some fatness to the body would benefit us. So that could be what happens in the end. We rebuild it and then extend it to our liking. I'd love to chuck some shields on it. It definitely needs a good amount of shields. I want to upgrade it with some heat-seeking rockets. I want to, as I mentioned slightly before, I'd potentially look at putting some stealth stuff on it. I know stealth stuff is really drainy on the power systems, so potentially it could work, but I'm not 100 on it, so I'll have to do a bit of testing on it before I commit to it. I'll build the modules and all that good stuff, but I want to test it before I commit to, yep, this is Breezyy signing off on it, I'm happy with it, all that kind of good stuff. So test it before release. That's what we're going to do. What else? Did I mention rockets? I'm going to mention them again. Rockets, I'm definitely keen to chuck on the sides, kind of those heat-seeking, tracking, beastly missiles. That's kind of one of my favourite things. So we're going to do that, definitely, for sure. And kind of, I have an idea of what they're going to look like when they shoot out, and it's a bit unconventional, to say the least. It's a bit unconventional and maybe a little bit wacky, but I reckon it's going to look so cool, so I'm really excited to try and do that. It's definitely how I like my rockets firing out, for sure. I don't like these large volleys shooting out forwards. I'm not going to explain too much more because I'll give it away. But that's okay, guys. So, sorry, got some stuff in my throat there. Fix the pirate ship, add some rockets, add some shields, upgrade it, repair it if we need to. On the planet, we'll be doing some cargo docks. That's going to be great. We're going to be chucking up some... Sorry, we're going to upgrade our cargo docks with cranes. We're going to chuck some robots down. We might add some conveyor belts. We might add some little autonomous little vehicles that are on tracks that are honing around, that make it look like it's an actual port doing proper things. So that's going to be great. We're going to look at whether or not we have to look for a new server. I really hope that we don't have to, because just of the time that we've spent on what we've already done in the one that we're on at the moment, that's so many words. I really like the Australian server, basically, guys. We've done some hard yards in it, and I kind of want to stay there for the sake of you guys, because I know you guys love it there. So that's kind of why I want to stay. And that's basically all I've got to say about this one, the topics that I've got written down at the moment. What I will do, however, is I will now just talk to what we've got on the ship at the moment. So the ship that we're building at the moment, I'm kind of hoping will become kind of a smaller sized ship, a tech ship that can carry some cargo. It's kind of got a nice hammerheady shape design. I don't know what I was thinking when I was building it. I just kind of went for it. It was like, does this look nice? Yeah, it's not bad. And I stuck it on and left and went with it. So that's kind of what I did. The flat deck interior is mainly designed for like carrying ships, a ship dock of some sort, maybe a hangar. What else? So that's the flat top area, the flat deck area inside the ship. The bridge I'm not really liking at the moment. It looks a bit ugly and a bit out of place, so I might have to shrink it or make it a little bit more flush with the ship. But either way, I will have to do some more work on this because I know we're going to run out of time. It's already been a wee while now, so yeah. I like the little arms on the side. We're going to stick some turrets on those little holes. I reckon it adds a really cool look to it. Those little circle bits with the, I don't even know what I thought about those. I thought actually that they could be like service areas and maybe even elevators up to the top of the ship, you know, kind of if you want to access that deck when you're in a station with oxygen and all that kind of good jazz. So basically guys, that's what I've got at the moment for you. I will be adding some engines and these engine port things, jazzing up the outside. I've got this cool blue and black stripe going on, and I think I'm going to stick with the blue and black color scheme because it looks sick. Basically guys, this is me kind of wrapping up my yarning and kicking it back over to real-time me because I know I've got some great things to talk to you about. Not really, I'm just going to wrap it up. But anyway guys, hope you've enjoyed our little discussion about what we're going to do in the future. Fingers crossed everyone that the server comes back up. I've really got my fingers and toes crossed because I don't want to lose our work on that thing, eh? Alright guys, I'll flick you over to me. Ciao. Well, there it is guys, there's the ship. I hope you've enjoyed today. I'm going to put up some more Starmade stuff this week, just doing this single player stuff, purely because I've been missing it, I know you guys have been missing it, and I'm kind of half got sick of recording kind of those other things. So this is today's build on my single player world because the server has not been responding, which kind of sucks. Hopefully we can get all of our stuff back, but anyway, thank you all so very much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers guys, Breezyy out.